And I write every single, here's the deal, here's what I want, this is the part that's just really gonna require you to make a mental shift and invest in people. The only account that I personally run is mine. All those other accounts, I've written the responses, but I don't respond, I don't send them to people. I have assistants who log into those accounts and they're having those conversations, they're building those accounts. I wrote the words, I'm just not having to hit send. So it's still authentically my voice, I don't have to worry about that. But my time is better spent. Only I can show up and teach. I can't outsource that. I can't outsource my exercise, I can't outsource my morning devotion, I can't outsource sex with my husband. Well, I guess I could, but I don't want to do that. I enjoy it. And, so there's certain things that, I need to have the time to do. When my kids were little, there were a lot of things I outsourced and certain things I did not. I picked them up I took them to school and I picked them up every day. And, but I outsourced my laundry and I outsourced anything that I felt like this doesn't necessarily make me a better mom. Being present makes me a better mom. And P.S., I don't know if I mentioned that about myself, that's all that matters to me. You're gonna have lots of seasons to build businesses. You get one shot to get it right with your kids, so get that right. Let's take care of your time. That's one of the ways you do that. That's one of the ways you honor your priorities to your family and not get so stressed out and begin to resent your business. So let me know in the comments if there have been times where you resent your business because it's not producing the results that you like, and you feel like you're spending a massive amount of time, and it's just not going anywhere. It's probably because you're doing a lot of the busy stuff, and not just getting to be you, connecting with people. So make that investment in people. But here's one of the things you need to do in order to create these conversations, all right? I'm going to close this down for just a second because I need you to see my face. Attraction marketing is when we put stuff out there and we're like, oh, hopefully this attracts some people. I got this great post. Anybody want to check it out? But that doesn't work anymore, and not well. Unless you're you are a specimen. You know what I mean? It's really hard to capture people's attention now on Instagram. So what I really encourage you to do is, number one, know who it is you're looking for and go find them. Go find them using hashtags. Number two, create dialogues, not monologues. And the way we do that is by creating curiosity. I looked at a post earlier today from a gal who I assume she sells essential oils. And she's talking about her two favorite products. She's holding the products up to the camera, and she's telling specifically what she uses them for, how much you can get them for, how long they'll last, when she started using them, and a million other things. Now, this is a really pretty girl, and she had on a soft pink, almost like, do you remember Angora? Is Angora still a thing? It was like an Angora off-the-shoulder, beautiful pink sweater. And I looked under her post, and there were 4 questions. And every one of the questions were, where'd you get your sweater? Now, nobody asked about the things she's actually talking about. Why? Because she answered all the questions. There's nothing to be curious about. You know what I would have done? I would have posted up that same thing. I would have turned the labels so you don't know who makes it. I would have taken off the cap because that's usually an identifier. And I would talk about how you feel so beautiful today. So much so, you picked out the sexiest, most feminine item in your closet because you've really been able to help whatever the ailment is naturally by just using something that's natural. I would even say essential oils. Now I'm real curious. I would also say, P.S. if you want to know, I got the sweater at blah, 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 blah. Now, no one's asking me about sweater. Now, there's only one thing that people are curious about. So what is this thing? What scent did you use? Create curiosity. We're so quick to give people everything that we think they want to know, and they walk away and they leave and they can go to Google, they can go to Amazon, and they can buy a knockoff of whatever it is you offer. They can go Google search, and you and I both know, that if they Google search it, they're going to see, is such and such a scam? And they're going to see negative videos, and they're going to see negativity, and you just lost them. Have a conversation conversation with them. Once I know and like and trust you, I'm not going to do anything but one because I already know and like and trust you, and I know you've already done it for me, so I can skip that step. But I need to have a relationship with you before that's going to happen. Yes? Give me an amen if you agree.
Amen.
Good. Okay. So here's how you do that. You create short text comments to the most popular questions you get. You develop authentic replies to interact with your prospects. So if you're looking at a hashtag for natural health or baby weight or whatever the hashtag is you're looking at, because that's who your target audience is, interact with people who are using that hashtag. Don't wait for people to find you. Go out and find them. Those are your prospects. And the less prospecting you do, the less money you'll make. Prospecting is just, I'm looking for people to help. I'm not looking for people to sell to. I'm looking for people that I can help. Less monologue, more dialogue, and post content that creates curiosity. All right, let's talk about your bios real quick, shall we? Instagram is like a very busy freeway with lots of traffic. Your profile is your billboard. What does yours tell people as they zoom by at 100 miles per hour? So open up your, unless you're watching it on your phone, looks like most of you are on your desktop. Open up your phone and just look at your own IG for a second.
What?
I did. And you know what I know about a lot of you? That you're a mama. I'm a mama. I know how many kids you have. I know a lot of you have faith. I know a lot of you are entrepreneurs. And I don't know anything else. I didn't learn anything from looking at your bio. Nothing that says, I should follow this person. I didn't see anything from your bio that says, ooh, this could help me. It doesn't help me. It's interesting that you have 2 kids. It's interesting that you're a mama. It's interesting, but it doesn't help me. And let's be honest, we ain't got time. We ain't got time to connect with people who are, we are all about ourselves. And it doesn't help me that I'm moving on and not giving you a follow. So you better get your bio in alignment. Here we go. I got you. Let's take a look at what bios look like. Okay, so here's some bios I pulled last night. Please don't be offended if you're here, because we're here to help. We all make these mistakes. Okay. Interesting. Okay. So, Kara loves to hug. Cat Mom 666. I would take that 666 out of there, Kara, if you're watching. Pam, go all the way to the far side. Pam and Todd. First of all, is it Pam or is it Todd? Is it both? I don't know. Maybe it is. She's an entrepreneurial girl whose account is private. Y'all, if you take away nothing from this conversation, it needs to be this. Being private on Instagram, if you're trying to build your business, if you're trying to be top secret, that's fine. But if you're trying to build your business, and you're not on social media just to be popular, you're actually there to help people, you need to be public. It's the equivalent of boarding up the front of your business and saying closed for business. Don't do that. All right, let's take a look at a few other things. Okay, so let's go all the way to the far left. CMO2184. I can't tell what that is, to be honest, if I'm going to be honest. Oh, Simone, I can't tell what that is. The picture. I cannot tell what that is. And we're looking at it blown up. Imagine it's going to be like that big. Right? Okay, so let's look at some more. First thing you need to do is you need to switch your account, obviously, to public. That's just a given. That's a given. Then you need to switch to a business account, y'all. We don't have time to debate. You need to be a business account. And that will switch something in your head that I am no longer here as a hobby. This is a business. You know why you need to be a business account? Because it is only business accounts and creator accounts. And you don't need to be a creator account. Only business accounts see their insights. Only business accounts see their numbers. And if I may be frank, and I'm known for being frank, you are not an entrepreneur if you don't know and look regularly at your numbers. You're a hobbyist. You have to know your numbers. Have you watched Shark Tank? It's legit. My husband and I have built 7-figure businesses in 8 very different industries. From physical products to live events to info products, you name there? Does it stand out? Do I look friendly? Does it look like me? Sure. Could it be better? Yes, it could. Which one's better? Which one do you connect with? Again, remember, you're seeing it really blown up. So if it's really shrunk down, which one are you more likely to connect with? Yeah, the bigger one. It's just like, the real estate cards that your neighbors drop off. They always put their picture on it. Why? Because we look at people's eyes and say, do I trust you? All right, now let's talk about a template for your bio. This is what your bio needs to look like. Okay, let me get real up in your face for a second, okay? I hope you don't mind. Cat Mama doesn't help anyone. It's not growing your business. Knowing how many kids you have it's not helping anyone. Your favorite quote from a song, it's not telling us what this is your billboard. This is your billboard. So let me share with you a general bio. There's always exceptions to this, there's ways to tweak it, but generally speaking, here's what you need to know. When I arrive at your bio, I need to know, because I'm really selfish, what's in it for me. I don't care about you. I'm speaking like generally, that's how people are, right? People don't care. They don't care. They need to know, look what's in it for me. Now, that one gal who I showed you, Kara, if you look at her page, she's got like a bunch of really cool masks. Like if in her bio it said, I teach you how to DIY masks that are breathable. There's something in that for me. I'm following. I need to know why when I land on your bio. Why am I there? Why am I there? And don't tell me it's because you sell something. Because then I know you're here to sell me something. Don't broadcast that. Tell me about the problem that you solve. Well, she's on fire right now, y'all. I do apologize, but I get really excited about this stuff. Okay, so here's what your bio needs to look like. Okay, take a screenshot of this. I help target audience, be specific, don't be afraid, with problem. And then list your expertise or credibility. Now you might say, like, I don't have any credibility, or I haven't started making money at this yet. Have you helped a neighbor? I've helped hundreds of people. I've helped dozens of women. It doesn't need to be thousands. It doesn't need to be millions. I've helped 4 people become healthier. Whatever it is. Then your third line needs to be a way that people can get in touch with you. Ideally, it should be a way that they can learn more and receive something free from you, like an opt-in, a freemium, a free webinar, a phone call. It could be your email. But that CTA that stands for call to action. So it might say, click here to send me an email. Text me with any questions. You can set up a Google number so people aren't actually texting your phone if you don't want to do that. It could be a link to your pocket. You need to send people someplace. Okay? So let's take a look at what this would look like. I help people target market with the problem, then a line about your expertise or credibility, and then a call to action. Teeny Kelly, she is one of my members of Marketing Impact Academy. This is a great example. Quick picture, love it. There's her name, and in her name field, she's also said how she helps people. She's a TikTok expert. I help entrepreneurs, there's your target audience, build and market profitable brands online. So the problem is not being profitable, and that's what she helps with. Her expertise, featured in Self Magazine. CTA, learn your brand personality, click here. And then she's got the link. Good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, I like it. So there's the target, there's the credibility, there's the CTA, there's the link. Got it? There's her name. Now, do you know this? That your name doesn't actually need to be your name. It could actually be the problem that you solve. Because your name already appears in your account name. And so the problem that you solve is actually searchable. So if I were to give Keenan one little piece of advice, I would tell her to change that to branding and TikTok expert. And that would show up under her picture. Because that's searchable. Here's Trey. He's also one of my members. And this is a great... Okay, so this bio says everything about him. Now, this might offend some of you, but it is so perfectly written for his target audience. He knows their language because he's done the branding work, and this is really important. His language is written to repel a certain type of customer and to attract someone who's like, oh yeah, I love this language that he's using. He says, you'll have to excuse my French, I teach bad network marketing to build their businesses online without hounding family and friends and without Danielle Fitzwater. Isn't this cute? Like, give me a wave. Isn't she cute? Okay. But do you know what she does? Okay, so she owns a boutique. And she shares joy, fashion, and mom life on the daily. Well, the first thing, if I'm going to read that far down, right now I just know mom or wife, mom of 3 boys, clothing. I really don't know what problem she solves. I assume she owns like a physical business, and I don't live near her, so that doesn't do me any good. Right? And so I don't need to follow another mom. God bless you, but I don't need to follow another mom. Right? There's nothing in this for me. Do you follow, you guys? Not. You follow? There's not. It's adorable, but there's nothing in it for me. So when people land on your body, you have to ask yourself: is someone going to read? Is the person who I need to help? Are they going to read this and go, "There's something in this for me. This person can help me." Okay, so here's what we did to her bio. Zoom in on the photo. Change it to I post fashion inspo for real moms who want to look and feel great on a budget. Confidently raising 3 boys. So that kind of tells you, so that's her credibility. Her credibility is she just started her business. And she's a network marketer. She's like, I don't have any customers yet. I said, well, what expertise do you have? She's like, I have turned myself from someone who did not feel good about themselves into a woman who feels very confident every day when she gets dressed, and I feel like $1 million and I'm raising 3 boys. And I'm like, well, there's your credibility. And here's her call to action. Okay, now this photo is cute, you guys. Isn't it cute? Like, it's cute. You might even think like, well, isn't that pretty identifiable, good white background, which you can remove. You can remove any background in Canva for free. It's a good photo, but look at the difference when it's on your phone. It's tiny, tiny, tiny. So which face do you connect with? Like, which one you're like, oh, she looks so nice. I mean, I don't care what they're using either, but I really love a close-up of your face. Is this stuff good? Yeah? Okay, so I want to give you guys some rapid fire. Oh, I love the applause. Let's do it. Let's do it proudly. Okay, top row, middle row, bottom row. Okay, now everybody do the walk. Do the walk. Yes. Yeah. Okay, no, not that kind of show. Ladies and gentlemen, not that kind of show. All right, so I'm going to give you these rapid fire. Are you ready? These are my opinion. Your upline might give you a different advice. And you might be doing this and you're like, it works for me. Then keep doing it. These are general recommendations after having worked with tens of thousands of network marketers. Do not post photos of your product where you're spelling out all the details. Don't use your product name in your name. If your Instagram handle is doTERRA479, I know why you're being nice to me in my DMs. If in your link bio it says shop my doTERRA line or shop my Herbalife or shop my become a Beachbody customer, I know why you're being nice to me. And maybe that's not true, but that's what my suspicion is. You're trying to sell me something, right? Right? It's like that person you walk past in the kiosk in the mall when we used to be able to go to the mall, and they throw a compliment out, and you're like, oh, hey, beautiful hair. As you walk by, you're like, oh, thanks. And then you look, and you're like, oh, they have an accessories kiosk. And you're like, you don't think I have beautiful hair. You're trying to sell me one of those god-awful rhinestone clips. You know what I'm saying? And it just doesn't make you like, ugh. Then you're like, give me that compliment back. You didn't mean that, right? So when we leave with our product, we're not connecting with people. We're actually repelling them. They know what's coming, right? So you have to ask yourself if what you're posting, these are just really quick things, before you post your next thing, say, is this scroll stopping? Is this going to stop the scroll? Okay? If you're posting the same thing, it's the same exact angle, the same exact selfie, the same exact, it just turns into white noise. It's the same thing. Even the people who already love you and like you and usually try to give you a courtesy tap, they're like, oh, it's the same thing. It just looks the same. It's not going to stop the scroll. Give us a different face. Give us a different setting. Give us something different. Give us something where you're like, what is this? What is this? But that's what we need to do. We need to stop the scroll. Curiosity wins. So the next post, right after the next post, I'm going to go, okay, what could I leave out? And intentionally, because it's gonna make people ask some questions. Yo, you watch TV, I know you do. And I fall for this every single show. My husband goes, Shalene, are you kidding me? You fall for this again. Every single show that we watch, I go, we love reality TV. And I love it when there's like, they do some creative editing and then they cut to commercial. Who said that? Which one of them said that? What do you think is going to happen? He's like, it's called a cliffhanger. Why do you fall for this every time? I do. And so does your following. So don't give them all the information. Let them be very curious so they can ask questions. Next, be known for a topic. I know you don't want to do this. I know you want to do what you see like the people who are at the very, very top of your organization doing. And if you're there, cool. But the only people who are really going to succeed at being able to post on a whole wide variety of like, oh, it's my kids, it's my food, it's my products, it's my finances, it's all these things, are people who've already become known for one thing. And the reason why you need to become known for one thing is because I need to know why specifically I need to show up on your Instagram each day. Because if I miss a couple of days, you just stop showing up in my feed. The same is true on Facebook. If I miss a couple of days, you just don't show up anymore. So despite all the followers you have, less than, they say on average, I've seen even less than this, they say on average, less than 3 to 4% of your actual following is seeing your content. That's tiny. So even if you don't have a tiny following, well, it's even tinier than that. Because you want to create the type of account that people are like, I need those tips. I need those tips today. I need that inspo today. I need that, whatever that is, I'm going to that account. Do you have an account to be followed for that reason? I sure do. I go to that account because I know what I'm going to get. So be known for a topic. Doesn't mean you have to post 100% of that, but being so known for it that people are like, oh, you know who you need to follow. If your kid is suffering from major food allergies, you know who you need to follow. You need to follow Ashley Sweeney RD. Oh my God, she posts great content just about kids' food allergies. Be a reputable source. Okay, please listen closely. What do I mean by this? I mean that if you follow me, I'm going to talk to you about hangers, Hubble hangers, I love them. I'm going to talk to you about this cork cup that I got on Amazon that I freaking love, and it's super sustainable that way. I'm not throwing away, paper cups every day. I love it. You can throw it in the microwave. This is the best. It's just a coffee to go. I don't even know who makes it, but just look for cork microwavable coffee cup. You'll love it. Now, you've already spent a little bit of time with me, so you probably just wrote that down, and you're probably going to get that, and it's probably going to work out really well for you. And now, I don't recommend you buy anything from me. I don't benefit from you buying this cork cup. But I'm building a reputation of being someone you can trust for resources. Share the things, you do this on stories specifically. Share all the things that you love. Not just, so that every time I show up, I'm like, oh God, we have to hear about her product again? Now your friends and family, like, I gotta unfollow her. I know, but then she'll see. She'll see? Yeah, she's gonna see. I can't unfollow her? No, you can't unfollow her. Okay, but she just keeps posting about this stuff. I'm sick of it. Yeah, give people another reason to show up. You have a million things in your life that you like, and you love, and you test it, and you live by it, and you swear by it. Share it, right? Okay, good. Back to it. Next. Ask yourself. Okay, this is big. Before you post. Would anyone else would somebody share this to their stories? Would someone share this to their stories? So if you're posting a picture of your adorable cat on your couch, it's an adorable cat. But is anybody sharing that? Is anybody saving that? Is anybody thinking, I gotta come back here tomorrow and see this cat is adorable. I gotta come back here tomorrow and see where the hell this cat is sitting. Like, it's cute. You should take that picture, you should send it to your friends, your mom, your family members. But it ain't serving me, right? So you got to ask yourself, is it shareable? And it doesn't always have to be your content. You can share other people's content. That's encouraged. I want you to share my content. Anyone who's a public account, you can share any public account. You just have to give them credit. But everybody loves it because it gives them credit. If you share my content, that helps me. And I produce really good content, so it's going to help both of us. You're going to get likes on it. You're going to get comments on it. I'm happy that you shared it. So just know it doesn't always have to be your content, but it should be shareable. Because if it's shareable, then people are spreading the word about your account to other people. Yes. Listen to this one. From now on, let me see a snap. From now on, I will end all my posts with a question. Give me some snaps, ladies and gentlemen. Because you know what you're doing right now? You're like, okay, here's a little bit about me and my opinion, bye. That question at the end. I looked at over 600 of your posts in the last 24 hours. 600. Me personally. And I left many of you comments. And I didn't see many people asking questions. I would see you're getting like 4, 3, 2 comments under your post. And the reason why is because you're not giving people anything that you want. You're not asking any questions. It's just it's just your monologue. So I see some encouraging comments from your friends, like, you get it, girl, but like, that's not what you want. You want the comments where people are like, so tell me what this is. Where did you find that? And you just want people to ask questions. And the way you get them to ask questions is by asking questions. And by leaving out some details, but also prompting at the end of everything, say, so what do you think about this? Do you agree or disagree with me? Share with me let them be a part of the conversation. And then lastly, y'all, you need to use 28 hashtags. End of story. End of story. You're not using very well-defined hashtags that your target audience is using. No one's going to find you. That's the only way we find new people. The only way a new person is going to find you, the only way I found you is because of a hashtag. The only way anyone new is going to find your account is a couple of different ways. Number one, somebody else shares it. Number two, they have looked at a comment you've left on their page. Number three, hashtags. So are you doing those 3 things? Yes or no? Hit me up in the comments. Are you every day commenting on other people's posts who are using a hashtag that's significant to your target audience? Are you using 28 relatable, targetable hashtags? And are people sharing your content? So the answer is no, that it's been really hard at reaching people. And yeah, this stuff takes time. And that's why you definitely want to think about having, at some point, you're going to realize, I'm not going to grow until I realize I can't afford not to have some help here. Right? All this stuff and a bajillion other hacks, I did a little screen flow for you. It's a downloadable PDF. You can grab it. You go to Chalene.com, IG hacks. In that, I share with you like how to create those little shortcuts too. So screenshot that. You can go grab that for free. That's on my website, Chalene.com, IG hacks. Here's what I want to leave you with. This stuff all takes time, and I don't want you to be overwhelmed. I started with the big stuff. You can change your bio. In fact, I don't know if I have permission to do this, but I'd like to tell you, you need to do that in the next 24 hours. In the next 24 hours, you already have the bio template. Change your bio. Get a better picture. You can do those 2 things right there and make a huge difference for you. Third thing, know what hashtags your target audience is using, and you know what hashtags they're not using? They're not using the hashtags of your product. Why would I use the hashtag, the name of my special drink? Like, let's say my company makes a drink that's called Lavender Love. Well, the only person who's using the hashtag are people who are already distributors. So why would I use that hashtag? I'm not trying to attract other distributors. But that Lavender Love is for someone who's suffering from, let's say, digestive issues, leaky gut. So use hashtags like leaky gut, stomachache. You know what I mean? Not feeling well. Like, think about those hashtags. But the bottom line is this. There's a lot to do, and it can be overwhelming. One baby step at a time. You don't have to go 100 miles per hour. You can take weeks off, days off, but don't give up. In fact, that's what life looks like. You know what's most important to you in terms of your priorities, and I can tell you there are many times I had to take months and semesters off because I didn't care about business. I didn't take care of my kids. There's something else that was more important, and for me, that something else is always family. But the way I'm able to honor my family is if I know how to prioritize the activities that move the needle. And the only way you're going to know what activities move the needle is if you invest in things like you did we do things the hard way. And I'm here because I love your heart. I love that you care about your family. I love that you are doing this because you want to help people. But if helping people means you become resentful of what it's done to your life, that's not helping anybody. Right? The way to actually enjoy what you're doing again is by knowing there's an easier way. And it requires the prosperity mindset. You must know it's coming back to you. It is coming back to you. Whatever money you invested to be here, you know your investment is coming back to you tenfold. You know that, or you would have made that investment. So I ask you to consider that every time you feel that little twinge of like, this is getting too hard, I feel like quitting, make an investment. It always pays off when you invest in other people, other training, other guidance, and listen to your heart. There's seasons for this stuff. You don't always have to go 1,000,000 miles per hour, but you do want to keep crawling forward. It's been an honor to be here with you guys. Thank you so much. Love you. So cool to see your faces. Awesome. Really excited to